Good morning. In the last lecture, we see the homogeneous catalysis. Now we are going to see heterogeneous catalysis. Usually, catalysts are divided into two categories, homogeneous and heterogeneous. This separation is based on the fact that the catalyst acts respectively in the same phase, that is homogeneous catalysts, or in a different phase, heterogeneous or heterogenized catalysts, where the reaction occurs. In general, there is no limitation on the phase to be considered. Actually, the first industrial catalyzed reaction carried out in 1750 was the oxidation of SO2 to SO3 using NO as a homogeneous catalyst, which occurs in gaseous phase. Many processes using homogeneous catalysts occur in a liquid phase. On the other hand, when a heterogeneous catalyst is used, the catalyst is usually in the solid form and the reaction occurs either in liquid or gaseous phase. Heterogeneous catalysts are simple and cheap as compared to the homogeneous catalysts. Some important properties of homogeneous and heterogeneous catalysts are given here. We are going to study. See, first property, catalytic recovery. In homogeneous, it is very difficult and expensive, but in heterogeneous, it is easy and cheap. Thermal stability, for homogeneous, it is poor. For heterogeneous, it is good. Selectivity, for homogeneous, it is excellent. Good single active site is there. For the heterogeneous, it is good. Poor multiple active sites. Selectivity is poor and it has the particularly multiple active sites will be occurs in the reaction. Definition and types of heterogeneous catalysts. Heterogeneous catalysis relates to the form of catalyze where the phase of the catalyst differs from that of the reactant. Phase includes not only solid, liquid and gas, but also includes immiscible liquids like oil and water. The large number of heterogeneous catalysts are solid and the bulk of reactants are gases or liquids. Fritz Haber and Karl Bosch in 1918, Irving Langmuir in 1932, and Gerhard Ertz in 2007 have won Nobel Prize by working in the field of heterogeneous catalysis. Types of heterogeneous catalysts. First, supported catalyst. A catalyst support material, generally a solid with prominent surface area to which a catalyst is added. The reaction of heterogeneous catalyst and nanomaterial based catalysts occur at the surface atoms. Hence, great efforts is made to maximize the surface area of a catalyst by distributing it over the support. The support may be in it or it may participate in the catalytic reaction. Some examples of typical support are various kinds of carbon, alumina, and silica chromium catalysts. Supports are generally thermally stable and stand firm against processes required to activate precatalysts. For example, many precatalysts are activated by exposure to a stream of hydrogen at moderate temperatures. The Phillips catalyst, consisting of chromium oxide supported on silica, is stimulated or motivated by stream of hot air. Strong metal support interaction is another case where catalysts are simply supported on an inert substance. Some examples of supported catalysts are listed here. Process ammonia synthesis. Reactants are the N2 plus H2 and product is NH3. Catalyst is iron oxide. It is supported on alumina. Here synthesis of ammonia by Haber-Bosch process. Second process, hydrogen production by steam reforming. Reactants are CH4 plus H2O, H2 plus CO2. Catalyst is nickel and is supported on K2O. Next process, ethylene oxide synthesis. In the ethylene oxide synthesis, reactants are C2H4 plus O2 and catalysts are silver with many promoters. It is supported on alumina. Second type, solid acid catalysts. Solid acid catalyze many industrial processes. Solid acids do not dissolve in the reaction medium as they act as heterogeneous catalysts. Some well-known examples includes zeolites, alumina, and many other metal oxides. Solid acids are used in cracking. A very important application of solid acid catalysts is alkylation. Example, benzene plus ethylene, it gives ethyl benzene. Third type, catalysis by semiconductors. A sizable number of transition metal oxides used as catalysts have semiconducting properties. In an intrinsic semiconductor, electrons, n-type or holes, p-type, contribute to the conduction. Semiconductors plays a very important role as catalyst. The catalytic reaction takes place on the surface and there is a thin layer of oxides formed on the surface. Semiconducting property of the oxide may control catalysis. A heterogeneous catalytic reaction offers semiconductors in the kinetic early controlled situation involves many steps like adsorption of the reactant, surface reaction, and desorption of product. It has been found that N type of semiconductor supports acceptor reactions and P type semiconductors supports donor reactions. A support may simply help in spreading the metal and increase the catalytic activity per gram of the metal. In short, generally significant and sometimes critical variable is the choice of support. For specific application, a large number of support of widely different natures may be compared. For the selection may be as narrow as a different version of the same material. Changing a support may completely change the course of reaction or inhibit catalysts. Essential properties of heterogeneous catalysts. First, heterogeneous catalysts are solid compound. They are added to liquid or gas reaction mixture. Second, they cannot be filtered out of a solution. Third, the catalysts are stable at ordinary condition. Fourth, the catalyst can be separated very easily. Fifth, operates at high temperature 250 to 500 degrees centigrade. And sixth, activity is very high. Advantages of heterogeneous catalysts. First, avoid formation of inorganic salt. During the processes, inorganic salt cannot be formed. Second, catalyst is regenerable. Catalyst can be regenerate and recycle for the process. We can use for many times. Third, it is non-toxic. That material is not toxic. Fourth, easy to handle. It is in different phase of the reactant and product, so easily can be handled. Fifth, safe to store long lifetime. It can be easily stored and it is stable, so we can store it for long time and can be used for long life. Sixth, easy and inexpensive. It is easy and it is not expensive. Seventh, tolerates a wide range of temperature and pressure. Wide range of reactions can be carried out by using this type of catalysts. And eighth, easy and safety disposal. The catalyst disposal is easy and safety. It is not tedious. Limitations for use of the heterogeneous catalysis. First, they cannot be filtered out of the solution. Second, it lowers the activation energy of the reaction. And third, there is limited surface area. So these are the limitations. With these advantages, uses and limitations, we can use the heterogeneous catalysis for the different industrial processes. We are going to see that processes in the next lecture.